What's up, everybody? We'll give things a second, let some people make their way over to start watching. Let everybody kind of collect themselves. All right. What's up, Jerry? Cameron, you know it. Oh. I have my own thoughts and opinions about the end of the race. I mean, of course, I'm happy to see Bell win, but boy, it sure felt like at moments it sure felt like NASCAR wanted to try to manipulate what was going to happen a bit. To me. I don't know. I don't understand why it takes them so darn long to throw the green flag after a caution. Like, all they had was Blaney blow up with, 9 or 10 to go, and then we got a green-white checkered, basically. Like, I don't understand why we can't get ourselves organized and go back to green, but anyhow, we're not going to dive into it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter how much I complain about the caution procedures with NASCAR, it's not going to change. I think that's why, honestly. I think that's why they like the caution flags or caution laps to count, because then they have a little bit of control over the race. Some races run long. And I think what the fix is you just you don't, if it's going to be too long of a race, if you don't count the yellows, then shorten the race. Most of these races don't need to be 500 or 400 miles. They can be shorter. Xfinity and trucks prove that week in and week out that their races are very entertaining, and they're much shorter. So, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not going to dive into it. I'm not going to bore you guys with it. I'm not going to get up on the soapbox. But we are here. Just like I've been doing the last couple of weeks. On Sunday, the previous race winner, I have a custom made. So obviously last week, Bell won his second. So this is the custom I made for last week. It's got the Coda winner on there. This will go to JJ because he has the Bell spot today. And of course, I'll be making another Bell custom, which will go to the Bell spot next Sunday. So we'll just that'll just continue to trend every week. There will be another custom, and like I said, there's 2 copies made. One goes to the person that gets the driver the next week, and one goes to building a set. At the end of the year, we're going to have a whole set of those to give away to somebody. So, all right, let's get into our... Did I show you guys the driver's list? I don't think it really matters. Everybody knows who they have. So here's the Duck Race filler. Duck Race includes Austin Hill, Daniel Suarez, Joey Logano, Kaz Gralla, Michael McDowell, Parker Retzlaff, Ricky Stenhouse, Riley Herbst, Sage Karam, Sam Mayer, and Sammy Smith. So quite a few solid drivers in that filler today. So let's get that going first. We got to get 24. And we'll shuffle it one time. And good luck, everybody. Here we go. I have several people that haven't paid for their spots who are folks who consign cards for the mail sales, and they're waiting on their payouts. And I've kind of been in communication with them, and we've discussed, hey, let's not send money back and forth. So that's why on our list, there's some guys that don't show as paid on my list. It's because I owe them some money from the sale last night. And instead of sending back and forth, it just made more sense to, hey, let's just square up once we got it all done. So, Duck Chew at the line. Duck 2 getting it done at the line. That was almost as close of a finish as it was a race today. Going to Will. Will Blackman getting it done. Showing off his moves. Congrats, Will. I guess I can stop him from swimming now. Let's get started, and then we can, once we get rolling here, then we can talk about the race and all the things if you guys want. But we might as well get this show on the road. So, these are the green ice prisms. The box looks identical, and I think the understanding I was given is that these are considered the hobby blasters. What that means beyond green ice, I have no earthly idea. It doesn't, like, everything looks identical besides that. So, but that's what they're calling these, as the hobby blaster. So, I like to use the air quotes to drive that point home. All right. Jeb Burton, Matt Mills, Kane, Green, Justin Allgaier. And first green ice is going to be Rocket Man, Ryan Newman, going to JR. Austin Dillon. Bill Elliott green ice. I will tell you guys, next week's break on Sunday, I'll get the schedule posted late tonight for this week. But next week's breaks in general, the schedule and everything is going to look a little different because, you know, we're kind of we've reached the point where Prizm is no longer the new release, and it's just going to be part of our break rotation. You know what I mean? Like it's no longer the thing that needs to be at the front. So you'll start seeing some other stuff pop in, and next Sunday we'll do something different besides this. I don't know what it'll be next Sunday yet, but it'll be something different. 79 of 199, Red Pulsar National Pride, Jesse Love. Going to Timothy Walter. Silver, Josh Williams. There won't be a break tomorrow. I think tentatively I was looking at the next two breaks would be Tuesday, Wednesday. I do have a case of select blasters by request to do a little, and it'll be, you know, a more affordable break doing that. But we'll do a case of select blasters. And then I've also got some 2019 Prizm that I think that's going to be on Wednesday. Austin Hill and the green ice. So, changing things up this week. And then, of course, we've got spring break week starting on the 22nd. So, just around the corner. Green ice, Jake Garcia. Kyle Busch, Red Pulsar. Going to go to Brian Jacobs. $84 of $199. And silver, Brandon Jones for the first one. Empty. Andres Perez, green. Not sure where he ended up, but Josh Berry had a good day today. Green ice, Josh Berry. You like the option tire, Chris? Yeah, I've been pleading about option tires for a while. If you remember last year, the first time I watched an F1 race, I said that should be something NASCAR should be doing, and it should be every track. Every track. And honestly, I think if it were me, I would like to see Goodyear almost go one step lower in the batch of making the reds just one tick softer than they already are, to make it, to truly make it fall off more, but have more short term. I'd like to almost see more of a gap, but yeah, I like it, and I think it should be. I think it should be something that's available to them at every track. You want to use them, it's your discretion. Green Cindric, and our winner today, Green Ice, 3 in a row. They said first one of the modern next gen era, or 7th gen, or whatever the hell they call it. First one in the NASCAR built car to win 3 in a row. And last one to do it was Kevin Harvick. And before that, it was Bill Elliott. So he's in some good company for sure. William Byron, green ice. But I definitely like the tire option. I always like Phoenix. I think Phoenix, Phoenix and Homestead are two of my favorite tracks. People always want the championship moved away from Phoenix or moved. I think both of those tracks are great championship tracks, and both of them are good, just overall good race tracks. 32 of 75 with the blue Pulsar Austin Hill. Austin Hill goes to Will Blackman through the filler. Will Blackman won the filler. Will Blackman. Oh, it was 3 of the first 4. Okay. I was trying to pay attention to everything that was being said, but I had my 7-year-old beside me complaining because he wanted on the Xbox, and I took the TV away. Sometimes I miss stuff because I don't have the ability to just tune in and really be dialed in. I'd have to go somewhere. Green Ben Rhodes. Green ice Carl Edwards. John Hunter. Yeah, to me it feels like maybe the 20 team and Bell are finally kind of putting their stamp, they're planting their flag saying, hey, we're a serious player here, and you guys are going to have to deal with us, kind of thing. So, red Pulsar Victory Lane Richard Petty. Going to Kyle Willis, 131 of 199. Denny will be funny on his podcast because he said that he goes, I'm glad to see Chris winning. He goes, but it sucks when you aren't winning and it's your teammate that's winning because you're in the same equipment. Which I don't know what the difference between their equipment and another Toyota's team equipment is, because it's all made by NASCAR now. So I don't, you know what I mean? It used to be some real competitive differences. Riley Roger with the green Haley and a green ice Greg Biffle, also for Riley. Yeah, I can't read that whole... Sorry, Sarah, I can't read the whole thing. I know it's got something to do with... Sounds like Matt's still salty about losing a bet. That's the translation that I got out of that. Red Pulsar Jesse Love. Goes to Timothy Walter. 173 out of 199. It's the second red Pulsar Love. All right, empty box. Nick, you might have better luck not watching the break live. Sometimes it works out better when you're not watching. Green Michael McDowell. Green Ice Chastain. Tyler Ankrum. That'll go to Scott in the unlisted spot. Silver Justin. Too many Scotts. We can start calling you Double T Scott Dixon, because the other one's spelled with one T. We could call you Scott 2T Dixon. Or just Double T Dixon. Bills just signed Josh Allen to 6 years, $330 million. Holy smokes. Truex. I've said it before, though. If I was picking any quarterback, Josh Allen would be my pick. I know there's other good quarterbacks, but I think he's the one that I would want on my team. I like how he plays. Kenseth. The Browns re-signed Myles Garrett after Myles Garrett said he wanted to go play for a championship. Turns out he wanted more money. Josh Berry, red Pulsar. $133 or $199. And then we got the silver Riley Herbst. Yeah, I don't. Cleveland is like where. It's like where you go if you want to get a max guaranteed contract. You go to Cleveland and play for the Browns. That's where you go to get all the money without having to do any of the work, basically. Not saying Miles hasn't done the work. I'm just saying their track record of these big contracts isn't good at all. Blaney with the green going to Tanner. We were right that the Penske cars were very tough until Blaney blew up. But Logano was tough. He had that penalty which felt really bogus at the beginning. What did you guys think of that call where they called him for going below the yellow line at the start-finish line? Like, I'm not a Logano fan, but that just felt kind of, I don't know. Just didn't quite seem like it was legitimate, I guess. I find it confusing as a fan. You know, certain racetracks, you can go below this line, but you can't go below that line. And just like last week at the road course. Well, you can go below the candy cane stripe line, but you can't have all 4 tires below the candy cane stripe line. You know, like, I feel like NASCAR likes to have these gray areas where they get to make a decision. Just like I was talking about with the caution flag. Sometimes I feel like they like to have the control, and these are angles that they use to sort of dictate a little bit of what they want. 8801.99, groovy red Pulsar, Mark Martin. Oh, I've watched enough F1 to know, Nick, that it's not quite my cup of tea. When they call rough driving and they've like barely touched each other. And I'm thinking, man, why can't you touch? Like, it's racing. Rubbing's racing. Apparently not an F1. Rubbing is not racing in F1. Bowman, green ice. We're almost halfway through the blasters already. I think I'm gonna do 5 blasters, and then I'm gonna do 2 hobby boxes, and then we'll do 5 more blasters and 2 hobby. We're gonna divide this up a little bit. Green ice, Taylor Gray. Red Pulsar, Ryan Blaney. Going to Tanner. 107 of 199. Yeah, I'm with the opinion that if they're racing somewhere and it's paved, you know, and they want to go there, let them go there and race. If it's giving them an advantage, then somebody else will go there. Eventually, it all works out, you know. Will Blackman won the duck race, James. Sorry, I saw your question earlier and was in mid-sentence and never answered you. Empty box. Checkered flag, Davey Allison. Going to Kyle Willis. $60 out of $75. Carolina Blue, Richard Petty. Also going to Kyle Willis. 33 of 49. If you guys are part of the Nuts group, I did post the leftovers from last night's sale over there. In a leftovers sale. I'll leave that up until 10 o'clock, and then I'll turn the comments off on that and be done with it. Not too many claims over there right now, so if you're not part of that group, I wouldn't necessarily put a lot of energy into trying to do something, because by the time you get approval and everything, that'll all be long gone. So I don't feel like you're missing out on anything I'm just stating for anybody that's part of it and wants to go look. Red Danica, $249 of $299. Going to Ben. And then we got Thad Moffitt, Sensational Signatures. Yeah, it's just another card group. There's nothing that, but it's a lot more buy sell stuff over there. And there's a ton of posts, and things can kind of get lost easily over there. So I don't post often on that group as far as stuff for sale, because like I said, there's a lot of people and a lot of posts, and things get lost in the shuffle really quick. So Ty Gibbs, Silver Pulsar. Going to Zach Brewer, 156 of 399. Silver Biffle. Yeah, it's just like I said, like Scott said, it can be, it's like anything else, it has its positives and negatives, and I'm just trying to say it's not something you gotta, if you're not already in the group, don't feel like, oh my gosh, I gotta figure this out and get over there and do that, it's not like that. You're not, you're not missing out on, something, world changing or whatever. 92 of 299. Red Daniel Suarez. Goes through the filler to Will Blackman. But it's a fine group. I'm not trying to talk negatively about it. I'm just saying. Sensational Signatures Red, Ryan Preece. Going to Riley Roger. $45 out of 99. Josh Berry. I posted that stuff over there specifically because, it's a different set of eyes, and so that's why I did that. Plus, I knew we had stuff going on today, and it would have been too much to have everything all in our group all together. So, 27 of 75, checkered flag. Alan Kulwicki goes to Mark Springer. Chandler Smith, silver. This summer, when we get back to doing our mail sales on Friday nights, then I may start doing leftover sales on Saturday in our group. I've done that in the past. It works out better in the summer because Saturday nights are the nights I tend to go to the dirt track. So I'm not doing a break that night. I can make a post in the morning with leftover cards from the sale, and then you guys can claim through the day and at night, and it doesn't really conflict with anything. So another C. Bell Pulsar going to JJ. 307 of 399. April will be the last mail sale that's on Saturday. Once we get to May, we'll switch to Friday nights for the mail sale. Silver Corey Heim. Connor Mozak. Pulsar. Going to Zach Brewer. 133 of 399. Blue Sheldon Creed for JJ. 126 of 199. I think I'm only missing payments from like 4 people on the mail sale. And one, I know he was going to an event tonight, and he said he'd take care of it after he got home. The other 3 are the only ones I haven't heard from, so we did pretty well with getting everybody cleaned up for the most part. I may have to chase down a couple people. Stuff you sent to PSA, how long does that take? It's a 45 business day submission, Chris. Or Christopher, I'm sorry. I don't mean to shorten your name without... Doesn't mean to make an assumption. 97 of 299 on Justin Haley for Riley Roger. I don't off the top of my head remember which submission you were in. But it's a 45 business day submission. So, you know... Basically 9 weeks is roughly what you're looking at from when they, and the clock starts once PSA has checked them into their system. So that doesn't start the day I ship them. It doesn't start the day that they receive it. It starts the day they actually check them in. So there can be a few days lag. So, you know, I may ship them on a Monday, and they may get them on Wednesday or Thursday, and they may not check them in until the following Monday. So, but yeah, it's 9 weeks is their submission time frame. So, 232 of 299, red Taylor Gray, going to Brian Kessler. Yeah, it's you'll see as we start to get some submissions rolling here, we should start getting them back consistently a little bit. But yeah, we all, everybody that's in the grading world, we get itchy. We just get antsy about it. We want them now, and everybody can relate to that sentiment. DK Metcalf to the Steelers? Really? Who did the Steelers have to give up, or what did the Steelers have to give up for DK? Pulsar Corey LaJoy for JR. 8 out of 399. Cousin Carl. Yeah, I know, Scott. You know, the thing is Debo has that potential. I think. Oh, so the Steelers just signed him as a free agent. They didn't trade for him. Oh. Yeah, I don't care about the second round pick. Oh, okay, so they traded a second round pick to get him. That's not a bad get though for a second rounder. Carson Quapple, sensational signatures. But you know, Debo. So here's my thought on Debo, real quick. Is he's kind of a fantasy football guy, right? Like he's had some really good moments for fantasy football, and he had like one really, really good season or great season, and everything else for Debo has just been okay. So, I don't know. 22 of 399, Chandler Smith, silver pulsar. We got a Mojo, Justin Haley. Going to Riley, 4 of 25 on the Haley. As a Niners fan, I agree. Yeah, I just think, that's where I'm at. Scott, I'm in the same boat with the Browns. Now, the Browns don't have any cap room, basically, but they've essentially done nothing. They re-signed Myles Garrett to a bigger, more money, longer deal, and that's about it. Brian Kessler, 15 of 99 on Tanner Gray, purple. William Sawalich, silver. I got to get a drink after this box. Yeah, the Browns apparently they restructured Watson's deal, and I don't know how that all worked, but they were able to restructure it a little bit, but it's still a mess. I think what they did is they paid him a bonus to you know what I mean? Like how teams do, where they say, well, we're going to pay you this big lump sum bonus to clear some cap room, and your contract's going to be less money, but you're getting the money in a bonus form. And empty box. Empty. I think they should tighten up. I think the league should tighten up. All professional sports should tighten up their contracts and have max contracts, and that should be it. There should be no wiggle room or way around. You know what I mean? Like 41 of 299, red, Jake Garcia. Going to Scott Cutler. Then we got sensational signatures, red, Cole Custer. Going to Brandon Harner. See Mike, if they draft Shedeur. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be so disappointed. 54 of 99, Cole Custer. Although, I guess I shouldn't say too much. I think Shedeur, I probably would have more confidence in Shedeur than I ever had in Deshaun, so I just don't think Shedeur is the answer either. I don't know what the answer is for the Browns. Burn it down and start over? I don't know. Christian Rose, checkered flag, 9 of 75. Going to Dave. No, I won't take Deshaun. I was never, from the moment they announced they were signing Deshaun, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. And I'd like to know what they were thinking. It's just crazy. 132 of 199, Bowman going to Dale. That'll go down as one of the worst signings and contracts of all time. It may not be the worst, but it's going to be one of the worst. Yeah, I don't know if Pickens can't hardly catch a cold. So, Chase Briscoe, checkered flag. 71/75. Briscoe going to Jonathan Peets. Bobby Bonilla. Yeah, I mean, that's a big one. There's been some really epically bad trades and signings, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Clint Boyer, Pulsar Silver. Goes to Scott Cutler. 52/399. Silver Bobby Labonte. Hey, Craig. Bell got her done again. Kind of missed that conversation. Craig, we're talking about the Browns now. Craig is in the group. Yeah. Matt, do you know Craig? Daniel Dye. Silver Pulsar. Going to Brandon Harner. 107/399. Kid could drive a washing machine. Good analogy. Blue Barry 138/199 going to JR. Well, you know what, Craig? C. Bell had one of the best mentors in motorsports years ago with Rick Ferkel. So Mark Martin Groovy, 93/99. Red, Kyle Larson. I thought Kyle might have played spoiler today, honestly. I thought Bell and Denny might mess around and Kyle might just drive right by both of them. 75/299. I just don't think Kyle had a good enough car to really, he was riding back there in, 5th and 6th most of the day. Josh Williams, sensational signatures. Going to Brandon Harner. Swap that out for that one. Some talented kid from Oklahoma. Yep. Rick was one of the GOATs, man. Sad to see him gone, but I was very honored to be involved in his first Rick Ferkel Classic back in the day when we had it at Atomic. That was quite an honor to have a hand in that with Shane Helms and those guys. 25 and 99, purple Ryan Newman. Going to JR. Silver Sammy Smith. Yeah, Prizm's nice. National Treasures will be out next month, Craig. Jamie McMurray, Pulsar Silver. Going to Dan O. 54 of 399. Joey Logano Silver. Red, Mark Martin. Going to Dan Owens. $12 of $2.99. Hey, Craig, while you're watching, I know it's pretty far out when you're looking at schedule and what you plan on doing and not plan on doing, and it's hard to decide, you know, because you kind of want to see once the season gets rolling, then you sort of, you know, ad lib as you go. But let me know if you guys are planning on coming down for the Dean Niddle or any of the bigger sprint car races down this way. I'll make a point to come say hi, because I don't know if I've ever actually come and talked to you face to face. Known who you are for a long time, obviously, but Chase Briscoe going to Jonathan Peets. Or if I see you at Attica, I don't get to Fremont very often, but I do come to Attica sometimes. Or Wayne, once in a while I'll go to Wayne County, but not that often. I'm too spoiled with the tracks that are close to home here to venture away. Throwback Mojo, Carl Edwards auto. That's nice. Going to Troy. But the Niddle's a nice event for sure. It's 7 of 15 for Carl Edwards. Very nice. That doesn't suck. Sam Mayer, Silver Pulsar. 125 of 399. Going through the filler to Will Blackman. Tanner Gray, blue, going to Brian Kessler. 42 of 199. I know Atomic hasn't always I know I've seen you venture down in the past, and I know it's not always gone your way. And I hate it for you. It's not just you. Some of the other northern guys, it's bitten some of you guys in the past, and it seems like it's like a thing. I don't know what. Purple John Hunter going to JR. But yeah, if not, I'll catch you at Attica because I'll try to get to Attica a couple times. Like I said, don't get to Fremont too often, but I like Attica. I mean, you know how Attica runs. I like Attica because they run a race program, buddy. They don't mess around. There's been nights where I've driven the 2.5 hours to Attica from my house, watched the races, driven home, and I've been home before Atomic was starting their feature. So, Kevin Harvick Silver Pulsar, 213 of 399, going to Ronnie. Yeah, it's it's a speed track for sure, and with speed, like you just said, comes everything else. Engine, other damage. I mean, it's just all goes hand in hand, unfortunately. But yeah, I look forward to seeing the new car when you have pictures of that. That'll be cool to see. Yeah, Atomics. That's my home track. I mean, you guys know that. That's my home track. I work there, all that stuff. As far as quality of racing, when Atomic's good, man, it's real good. Like, I would put Atomic up against any track in the country when it's good. And I mean any track. But sometimes it's not always good. Or sometimes, like Craig was alluding to, it just doesn't go, it just doesn't go the way you want it to go. And it is tough on engines because it's such a, a lot of the sprint car guys either don't lift or barely lift, depending on the track conditions. So you're just running wide open, That's hard on an engine. Green Ice, Michael McDowell. Corey Heim, Green Ice. We are really, I've said this before, but I'll say it again for those that I haven't heard me say it. In Ohio, here in Central Ohio, or anywhere near Central Ohio, we're very spoiled because we have so many good racetracks within, like if you draw a circle like 2 hours radius of Columbus in every direction, we got a lot of really good racetracks. 139 of 199, Tony Stewart goes to Scott Cutler. Smoke's Place is one of them, obviously at Eldora. But I mean, we are we are really spoiled. And if you ever want to take in a whole week of racing, Sprint Speed Week in Ohio is one that I would highly recommend. Tony B on the green. Ohio or PA Sprint Speed Week, both are very good. Sharon, PA, like decent. Sharon, PA. We have a Sharon Speedway up in Northeast Ohio. I'm not sure about PA. Green Ice, Jeremy Clements. I don't think I've ever been to Sharon Speedway, though. Or if I have, it's been a long time. Yeah, the Blaney's own Sharon Speedway. That's in Ohio. That's owned by the Blaney family. 23 of 25. Matt Mills going to Scott Cutler. But yeah, that's in Ohio. Yeah, so Ohio racetracks, just to kind of name them off in no real particular order, but I'll tell you guys some of them. You know, Sharon Speedway is up north. You got Raceway 7 up there. You've got Wayne County Speedway. Wayne County Speedway is a fun track, but it's a little bit more of a like a Martinsville. It's a little more of a paperclip shape. Longer straightaways, a little bit tighter turns at Wayne County. Attica is a fun track. It's kind of unique because of the way the backstretch is made with no wall, and it just runs off back to the pits. And Fremont, Attica and Fremont are both on fairgrounds. Christian Rose Green. They have actually just reinvigorated Millstream Speedway, which is a little bit more like kind of northwestish. And then you've also got Limaland, which is a real small quarter-mile track. Limaland, I haven't been to since I was probably 10 years old, so I don't really have much memory of Limaland. Waynesfield is also over towards Lima, that direction. And then you got Eldora, Kevin Harvick Green Ice. As you make your way south of Eldora, more towards southwestern Ohio, you've got Moeller Raceway Park. You've got Brush Creek, which Brush Creek's for sale. I'm not sure if it's even going to be in operation this year. It's a fun little track. It just has never been run full-time or really pushed. Has a lot of potential, but if you're in Cincinnati, you're very close to Florence Speedway. Florence is just down the road from Cincinnati. And then you come on across and you've got Atomic Speedway outside of Chillicothe and Waverly. Down in Portsmouth Raceway Park, which is also not going to open this year apparently. Green Ice, Justin Haley. There you go. Craig's giving everybody a deal. If you make it to a race that Craig is racing at, and you mention our group, Craig said he'll give you half off t-shirts and hoodies. There you go. No, Scott, Portsmouth is not opening. And I didn't want to end on that note. One of the other main tracks, or there's a couple others. Midway, Skyline Speedway, which is more towards like Athens area, and then you've got further over towards Zanesville, you got Muskingum County Speedway, run by the Moran family. But no, Portsmouth's not opening this year. They are. So the Coleman family that owns Portsmouth, I think, is kind of ready to retire. 4/75 for Jeb Burton, going to Scott Cutler. And Portsmouth's had a rough couple of years, I think, from a support perspective. And I think they just decided it was time, unfortunately. Yeah, Portsmouth. Portsmouth is another one that when it's good, man, it's really good. The problem with Portsmouth the last several years has been that it's not been very good very often. And, you know, it's okay to say the truth. I'm not like bashing anybody. I was still going there, still supporting the track. But the truth becomes a harsh reality sometimes. Yeah, East Bay was a great track to go to. I missed East Bay. Sanchez green ice. But anyway, we have quite the hotbed of racing around this area. Sponsoring a 270 this year, and he's going to let me... Huh. There you go, Matt. Just don't wreck, or you're going to have to increase your sponsorship. Chase Briscoe, green ice. This one's printed really weird. There's like a line over here, Jonathan, but it's not on the surface. It's below the surface. I can't feel it at all. So I don't know what's up with that. But yeah, whether you're a dirt track fan or a pavement fan, short track racing, there's always good racing on short tracks. Pot of gold, speaking of short tracks. Pot of gold, Josh Berry. Going to JR, 9/25. Silver Rusty Wallace. We need to get a group of people to come out to the King's Royal and meet at Eldora for the day or for the weekend. Green Davy Allison. I'll tell you guys a funny story since we're just, you know, already in it. Green Ice, Bubba Wallace. I've probably told this story before, but I saw Kyle Larson post the other day where they asked him, somebody asked him about being up past 4 a.m. and he was like, Kyle goes, I'm not really sure. I don't know if I remember when the last time I was up past 4 a.m. was. He goes, it's been a while, though. And I immediately thought, well, it was probably in like 2015 when he was up past 4 a.m. when they ran the King's Royal at 4 a.m. at Eldora. I will never forget that race. They started the feature at 4 a.m. and Shane Stewart, who was driving for Larson Marks, won. And I remember driving home, watching the sun come up. And we got home, and my wife was like... I saw me in the kitchen, and she thought I had just gotten up. And I was like, what do you know, I'm going to bed. And she's like, what do you mean? I was like, I just walked in the door. Like, I just got home at 7:15 a.m. Red Pulsar, Alex Bowman. Going to Dale Herman. 50/199. Bobby Allison. Yeah, the World 100 is pretty great too, Scott. I'm not, you know me, I like both. The only reason I lean between the King's Royal and the World 100 is because the King's Royal is a complete event in one day. Everything that pertains to that event you see that day. Versus the World 100, there's a lot of stuff that happens days prior. But Eldora in general is just a party. It's just a big old... it's a big old time. Lawless Allen green. Brandon Harner with the Josh Williams. Chris Buescher. Silver Ryan Blaney. But yeah, that would be my advice to everybody is go find a local dirt track or a local pavement track near you, and short track, and go support it. Go see somebody race locally. Because it's way more exciting most of the time. It's way more entertaining. A lot of people that race at those tracks are, regular people who work regular jobs, and they save their money and buy a race car, and they build, they kind of build themselves up to a point where, they can afford to do it. And that's what a lot of the stories are from your local tracks. It's not somebody buying a ride or buying this or, Raja Caruth, green ice. Red Pulsar, Thad Moffitt. $89/199. Going to Scott Cutler. And Jesse Love, silver. Last blaster. Then we got our 2 hobby boxes. And we will call it a night. Like I said before, I'll get the schedule posted for this week, but no break tomorrow. I'll play catch-up tomorrow. And then we'll do, I think Tuesday night we'll do the blaster break of Select, which will be a pretty cheap break. And then on Wednesday night we'll do the 2019 Prizm. And then I don't know what after that. Green, Chase Briscoe. No break on Friday. I know we won't be doing a break on Friday because I'm playing golf on Friday. It's supposed to be, I don't know if you guys are ready for this. Here in Ohio on Friday, knock on wood, it's supposed to be 77 degrees. I've already got a tee time set up. Green Ice, Dale Jarrett. COVID killed one of our tracks, and the city killed the... Oh, that sucks. Yeah, there used to be a pavement track, Columbus Motor Speedway, that I know my dad went to, and I don't think I ever went as a kid. If I did, I don't remember. But, and I know some of the family members of the owners. I'm not sure the whole story as to why it got closed, but I know the city bought the land and did something. I don't know if the city forced it to happen or if the track was in trouble and the city bought it and then did whatever. Red Pulsar Groovy. Kyle Petty goes to Michael Clay. Down silver. Green Ben Rhodes. Justin Allgaier, green ice. What in the world? Lane Riggs, green ice. I don't know what they're barking at. But they're barking at something, that's for sure. Mark it off the list. Michael McDowell, red Pulsar. He's going through the filler to Will Blackman. $54.01.99. And then silver Sheldon Creed to finish off the blasters. No ink out of 10 blasters. That's rough, guys. I know. You can hit some good stuff out of them, but that's rough when you open 10 of them and get no autographs at all. That is a tough road to go. All right. 2 hobby boxes left. I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Empty box. Let's see what these hobby boxes have in store for us. Sam Mayer, silver Pulsar. Goes through the filler to Will Blackman. $239 of $399. Blue Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Also to Will Blackman in the filler. $124 or $199. Chris Buescher. Sensational Signatures red. We'll take that. Going to David Brinkman. 82 of 99. I don't know where he finished, but I know at one point there toward the end, he had worked his way up into the top 10. Don't know if he finished there or not, but... Checkered flag, Dale Jarrett. That'll go through the unlisted spot to Scott Cutler. 42 of 75. Tyler Reddick. Carolina Blue, 41 of 49, goes to Nate Gogol. I think Reddick had a good car today. I think whatever his issue was with his steering really made his day go south. Red, Kurt Busch. Going to Scott Cutler. 200 out of 299. Silver, Chris Buescher. Groovy, Chase Elliott. Stenhouse Jr., Silver Pulsar, 97 of 399. Corey Heim, Silver. Dale Jarrett, Silver Pulsar. Goes to Scott Cutler again. We've had a couple Dale Jarretts. 230 of 399. And then red sensational signatures, Eric Jones. Going to JR. $82 of 99. National Pride red, John Hunter Nemechek. Also goes to JR. 69 of 99. Red, Michael McDowell. Through the filler to Will Blackman. This one is 118 of 299. Another Dale Jarrett. Man, like I said, I've seen a lot of him tonight. $30 of 199. Justin Haley, Pulsar. Goes to Riley. $51 out of $399. We got the door number for Riley. Justin Haley, door number. Good deal. Silver, Eric Almirola. That was a heck of a drive. I finally did watch the end of the Xfinity race. That was a heck of a drive by Almirola yesterday. Red, Brandon Jones. Going to Scott Dixon. $92 of $299. Sensational signatures, Matt Mills. Going to Scott Cutler. Yeah, he was close, man. 38 of 99. For Mills. We got some gold in the back of this one. All the way in the back. Got to wait till the very last card to see what it is. Nick Sanchez, Pulsar. Going to Sea Salt. 313 of 399. I'm going to go ahead and get a mag ready. I also need to grab some top loaders. Probably after this, after we get this gold magged up, I need to go grab a pack of top loaders. I thought I had another one staged behind me, but I don't. I must have put 2 packs of penny sleeves behind me as extras instead of 1 of penny sleeves and 1 top load. First time doing this for me. Silver, Chandler Smith. And the gold is going to be... Oh, I see the STP. That's a dead giveaway. Richard Petty. Victory Lane Gold. That's nice. Going to Kyle Willis. Really nice, Petty. Let's get it put away and we'll check the serial number. Four out of 10. Nice king. Nice hit there. Put the Smith away. Like I said, let me grab a pack of top loads because I thought I had everything I needed. Turns out I don't. Story of my life. Just when you think you got it all figured out, you realize you don't. There we go. All right. If you think it's, yeah, it's pretty nice. We can take a quick look at it. I mean, the centering looks pretty good. It might be just ever so slightly off from top to bottom, but it might squeak by. There is a surface mark on the back. You can see it right there. I don't know if that's the way. I'd have to look at another Victory Lane to see if that's supposed to be there or if that's a mark on the card. It almost looks like it's supposed to be there. The back is also a little off, heavy left to right. Probably not a 10 if I'm being completely honest. It's probably a PSA 9 at best. But I always tell people if it's something you want slabbed, slab it, grade it. Hell yeah. Red Thad Moffitt goes to Scott Cutler. $2.99 out of $2.99. Last of the print. Clements. And National Pride, Ryan Blaney. Silver Pulsar, Taylor Gray. Goes to Brian Kessler. 13 of 399. No, it's been a minute since we've seen a black and a gold, Sarah. It's been a minute. Cindric goes to Will Blackman on the blue. 26 of 199. The black and gold. We haven't seen a gold vinyl in a minute. We did get the Collar Blast Larson, last week. So, okay, there's another. So there's another victory lane, and those marks are there. So that tells me that those are supposed to be there. But yeah, I would say the Petty's probably a 9 at best. I mean, they are starting to do the subgrade to 9.5, but 9 is probably where I'd guess it would land if I had to guess. Just being honest. Going to J.R. Tipple. 236 of 299. But like I said, I slab everything that I think would be cool in a slab, so that's just the way I look at it. All right. Final box of the night. Yeah, absolutely, Scott. And so Scott brings up an interesting topic that I'll probably I might even make a video on and discuss. Maybe when our next PSA return comes back, I might have like a more deep dive into that. Similar conversation, but I agree. I think the gem rates, the PSA 10 rates, are going to drop because of the centering. PSA has announced they're making the centering a little bit more strict. And they're just kind of tightening things up a little bit. But what I do think that's going to do is, in turn, eventually... Scott, you just said what I was going to... You're right inside my brain, as usual. Eventually, that will help the value of 9s. And I think it's going to take some time. You know, it may take a year or two for that to really start to happen. But I think it's going to happen. 179 of 399. Haley Deegan Silver Pulsar. Deeg goes to Will Blackman. Blue Jeremy Clements. 164 of 199 for Scott Cutler. So, yeah, I do think it will impact the value of 9s in a positive way. Which the market needs that because, you know, there's no reason why a PSA 9 should be worth less than the same card in raw form. That just makes no sense. Because at that point, you're just banking on the hope that you're going to get a better grade on a raw card, and that's not real likely. So, 4/75, Corey Heim going to Sea Salt with the checkered flag. Yeah, I think it's still 60-40 on the back, 55-45 on the front. But they used to go 65-35, I think, on the back, if I'm not mistaken. They used to have a real good amount of flexibility in the back of the card. Sensational Signatures Blue, Riley Herbst, 11/49. Through the filler to Will Blackman. Yeah, I think, a 10, and just in kind of general terms, now everything's going to be different based on the card, but I feel like a 10 in general terms should be worth about 2 to 3 times what a raw would be. If the raw card's worth 100, you get a PSA 10 out of it, it should be worth 2 to 3. A 9, maybe 1.5 times. So if it's worth 100, maybe it's worth 150. And an 8 should really be equal to a raw at that point. That's kind of how just real rough, my quick take on it. Zane Smith, purple, going to go to Matt Aland. 77/99. I got to show you, every time I see these letters in the back of this card, I always think it's the Yankees, New York Yankees for some reason, just when I glance at it. Silver Ross Chastain. Andres Perez, Silver Pulsar, goes to Sea Salt. 366/399. Tanner Gray, Silver, goes to Brian. Daniel Dye goes to Brandon Harner. 95/299. Carolina Blue, Carl Edwards. Belongs to Troy. 28/49. Got the groovy Willie B. What in the world is going on up there? Kids are carrying on. Mark Martin, Silver Pulsar. Going to Dan Owens. $261/399. Sensational Signatures, Taylor Gray. Belongs to Brian Kessler. Groovy Reddick. Jeb Burton, Silver Pulsar. Going to Scott Cutler. That one is 271 out of 399. Silver Rusty. Rusty Silver. It's not what you want. You don't want Rusty Silver. Man, the kids and the dogs are carrying on now. I don't know what's going on. This is what happens a lot of times, is Sunday night they get wound up like half an hour before it's time to go to bed. They'll spend all day chilling, doing stuff, sitting down, and then all of a sudden, boom. It's like, oh, we got to go to school tomorrow. We got to burn off some energy tonight. J-Mac going to Dan Owens, 215 of 299, red. Silver AD3. Gregson. We got 4 packs left. How about a red Scripps Haley Deegan autograph? That's going to go to Will Blackman. Nice hit, Will. $95 and $99. Then we got a red C Bell for your race winner today, going to JJ. $94 at $2.99. Yep. Blue MTJ goes to Nate Gogol. $170 of $199. Austin Hill, Silver Pulsar. Going through the filler to Will Blackman. 29 of 399. Will's done pretty well tonight. Yep, welcome to parenthood. Blue AJ Allmendinger going to Scott Cutler. I've had every bodily fluid you can imagine basically on me. 25 of 199, AJ Allmendinger. Been there, done that. Silver Pulsar William Byron goes to Jeremy Holder. $20 of $3.99. Oh yeah, wait till it's real. Wait till it's colored juice puke. Stain your carpet colors. Connor Mozak red goes to Zach Brewer. 198 out of 299. Davey Allison silver. And a National Pride Raja to finish things off. So, let me hit you guys with a quick recap. And then we will call it a night. Like I said, I'll get the schedule posted later tonight. It'll be a couple hours probably, but I'll get the schedule posted tonight. Next break will be Tuesday night with the Select Blaster case break. And then Wednesday will definitely be 2019 Prizm 4 Hobby Box break. And then I'm not sure what we'll do next after that, but I'll get it posted. So we did have a door number Justin Haley, 51 of 399. Short prints out of 25, Green Pulsar Pot of Gold Josh Berry and Matt Mills. And we also had a Justin Haley Mojo. Decent day for Justin Haley. No redemptions. Mojo throwback Carl Edwards out of 25. Sensational signatures Taylor Gray. Blue Riley Herbst. Red Chris Buescher. Red Matt Mills. Eric Jones. Cole Custer. Silver Josh Williams. Carson Quapple silver. Ryan Priest red. Thad Moffitt silver. Lots of sensational signatures. The lone scripts was Haley Deegan. Red. Congrats again to Will with that one. Very clean looking card. And then we did have the lone gold magged card. Victory Lane Richard Petty out of 10. Very nice hit. So again, appreciate the support as always. And like I said, we're gonna kind of move Prizm from this point into just more of basic rotation of breaks. It won't be like prioritized or anything over anything else at this point. So we'll just kind of get into a little bit of a routine for about a week and a half, and then we'll have spring break week starting on the 22nd. So that schedule is posted. I'll try to continue to post it and remind people of what we're doing that week, but it's going to be a busy week. Not super expensive. I tried to keep most of those in the what I consider to be affordable range too, because I don't want it to be something where, if you want to participate multiple nights, I don't want it to just crush your wallet. You know what I mean? Like, if you're talking like $10 spots, I think a bigger majority of people can do that a couple of times in a week. Not everybody, but a fair amount of people can. So it's when we start getting up into the, $30, $40, $50, $60 range in spots over and over that really gets challenging. So anyway, that's what we're looking at for spring break week is lots of fun, lots of affordable stuff, hopefully lots of one-on-ones. So that's all I got for tonight. Appreciate everybody's support, and we will see you all next time.